Hi, Deborah. How are you doing? I drove.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I drove today. I wasn't supposed to, but I did.
Oh, congratulations. That's fast.
It was the only way I could get to my physical therapy. So you do what you have to do.
Yeah.
Hello.
Well,
1 minute.
yeah, it's supposed to like rain up.
Not good news.
No. Feels nice.
Yeah, it is.
Oops.
Hi, Arlie.
Hello, how are you, Sue?
I'm good. Did we lose Deborah already?
It does look that way, doesn't it? But I don't know if she got booped out or if she chose out.
Well, maybe she'll come back. Is Sharon going to be
Yeah.
here tonight? You know?
I have no reason to think Sharon's going to be here. Yeah, she showed up surprise yesterday at the SGC coffee clatch.
I just listened to that.
Wait, I thought the coffee clatches weren't recorded.
Oh, no, not the coffee clutch, the member meeting. I just listened to that. Not the coffee clutch.
Yeah. Welcome back, Deborah.
Thank you. It threw me off.
Oh, I thought that might have
You
happened.
guys froze and then I was reconnecting.
Hi, Cinda.
Hi, Cinda. You're on mute.
Hello. How is everybody healing? Sue, how are you? Deborah, how are you? Deborah's frozen.
Yep, she's frozen again.
So Sue, how's your arm? How's your shoulder?
Look at physical therapy. I told her 4 times slower, slower, slower. She says, how you doing? I said, well, I'm gonna cry.
Oh,
She said, why? I says, because I'm trying to slow my arm down. A passive exercise where she's holding it and in control, and she's going too fast. And it just freaked me out.
oh.
When it hits the pain, it's a sharp pain.
Yeah.
Man.
But I drove today, so I'm doing better.
Yay.
I'm not going to do much with driving. That was, but I can raise my arm enough to turn the signals on, so that's a good thing.
Good.
I just can't quite hit the defrost button.
Mm.
Are you still in a sling?
Yeah, 24/7.
Yeah.
I took it off because the surgeon said, well, you can't drive yet. Of course, you can't drive yet. And I said, well, I know that. I can't reach the signals. I said, not only that, but if you get pulled over and your arm's in a sling, the cop's not going to have any mercy on you.
Mm.
And Deborah, how are you? How's your replacement?
Good. I got, last week, he released me to do anything I want, including fly, which was, and
Awesome.
I wasn't supposed to break the plane of 90 degrees or fly until July. And he said, no, it's stable, you can go.
Wow.
So back to the gym and the personal trainer, and I've done water aerobics and it's doing really well. And I realize now how bad it was, because when I go to pick something else up, before I used to just bend over and reach it, and good thing I was pretty flexible and have short legs. And now I'm squatting to pick it up, which I haven't done in a really long time. And I came up we have a big spiral staircase in the middle of the house, and I have handles on both sides. And before I was having to pull myself up if I use my hip leg to go up first. And it was like, it wouldn't hold the weight. So I had to take it off. It can hold the weight now.
Wow.
So it's all good. But this
Fantastic.
morning I planted more plants, and the last couple of days I've been spending a minimum of 4 hours standing doing housework and different things. But I was doing some planting and kind of in the ground, and that wasn't a good thing. It was like, but now it's my left knee is kind of, since it's been compensating and taking the weight, it doesn't know where it's supposed to be. So I just have to work with it.
Yeah.
Oh, good news.
Are you all frozen?
Yeah.
You are. You're going in and out of being frozen.
Yeah, your
But we-
voice
but we
is
heard
fine. The
everything
audio
you
track
said.
is fine, but your camera freezes.
Yeah.
No clue.
Do you have two internet things, like a 5G and 2G?
I have a computer that's hardwired, plugged in, and this is the iPad. So I can go back to the computer.
Well, if you're on your iPad, turn your Wi-Fi off.
Turn that Wi-Fi off.
And have
It's
it, I
not
mean,
plugged-
if it just have it go through the satellite. Do you know how to turn your Wi-Fi off of your iPad, Deborah? You're frozen, so we're not.
I don't know how to fix.
You're talking to us, but we can't hear you.
I can hear her.
You can hear her?
Well, I heard bits of
Yeah,
that last
yeah,
thing
yeah,
that she said.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I thought you were saying the audio was completely off.
No, not like a mute. It was just a,
Yeah, a chunk.
yeah. Hi, Arlie. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you too, Cinda. It's been forever.
I know. So I was camping in the wilds all for 1 week all by myself, and for the second week with family that came up to join me. We have a really rugged cabin, so and we set up a tent outside of it. And anyway, I was up there all by myself for a week. It was amazing, but there's no Wi-Fi, there's no indoor plumbing.
Right.
It's rugged and rustic and lovely, and it was so healthy. And then I came back. I've been home for probably 2 weeks, but family has been here. So I've been trying to squeeze in as much time as I can. I'm sick that I missed Sharon's member thing yesterday. Did you, either of you attend that?
The coffee klatch, yes, I attended.
Yeah, not the coffee clash, but her members. Are you a member? Yeah. Okay. Did she hold her member meeting?
She recorded it. You can listen to it. It was actually very good.
Yeah, because she was gonna talk about what everything she's been going through, and I so wanted to be there, but I didn't make it back in time. I'll watch the recording. Hi, Deborah.
Okay, we have 20 minutes left. Do we want to focus on something?
Gun violence in America.
That's what we did this morning.
Mm.
Felt really, really strong of a need to do that.
What was this morning? What did I miss this morning?
Healing
Oh, you're
circle.
healing. You're healing. Oh, yeah, I was gone all day. Dang, I'm so sorry I missed that. I love that one. We can do it again. We can, well, if we're going, Deborah, what do you want to do?
What are my choices?
Whatever you want. We haven't
I-
decided yet. We don't have any choices out there, except for gun violence.
We've been following, we have on the January 6th reporting out. And that's been on my mind, that people can get the information and hear it. And then the other one is Donbass, that the Russians are kind of winning in Eastern Ukraine. So those are my two. They're on my mind.
Are the Russians winning?
I didn't think they were.
Yep. Yeah, they're just about to take over the Eastern Ukraine.
Well, part of this
Okay. If I
session, right,
switch
is
to active speaker, I think it works better.
Okay.
You can pick what you want to work on.
true.
Let's just go into silence.
Let's just shut the F up.
Yeah.
Let's make shit happen.
Silence and work where we get guided to work on.
Is that what people would like to do, or does someone want to guide us? And
Yeah, I'm good with choosing my own, but I'd like to have the circle set first.
oh, yeah. Who was on first? Who would like to set it? Okay, Arlie, you want to set it, or I can?
I said it the other day, you said it.
Okay. So let's just sit here with our feet planted on the ground and our eyes closed and anchor into our bodies, feel the space and the place in which we sit, knowing that we are fully protected as we journey to shift and change the world as we know it. Invite in your team, your invisible team, to help you travel and journey and work. And as we do this work, may we call in the guardian circles, the PTO, and all the other protocols that Sharon has taught us. And as we anchor here, may we require from all that is that the work that we do matter and shift and alter the reality that is so screwed up right now. And so it is. And if we want to start journeying from here, we can turn our videos off or leave them on, and we can begin to travel and request from our teams that which we would like to have changed. And I'll see you back here in, let's give it 10 minutes. If people are ready to come back. Anyone like to share first?
I was trying to
When I
focus on.
asked my team if they wanted to do,
Go on.
Go ahead.
Go on, Deborah.
okay, sorry, so you weren't hearing me. I asked my team if they wanted to focus on Ukraine or the January 6th incident or what, and they said, it's all the same. They said, you can't take what you want that's not yours. And so when I saw the team with Tesla, it was like they use satellites or something around, surrounding the earth and just radiated the whole earth. And like so many parasitics left. It was just like, I've never seen that many.
Oh, yeah.
And Trump and Putin were just shrunk to like this size. And then it went at the top of the Capitol, there's the statue on top, and that's the Lady of Freedom. And it went through her down to the center of the earth and all the way through. And the energy then went from the center of the earth just out from the inside out. So it's like, you can't take the natural resources of Mother Earth. You can't take the lands of Aborigines. You can't take the elections. You can't take other countries' territory. And China was hiding and trying to deflect it. And I'm like, good try, guys. No. And it was like, you can't take Taiwan. You can't, So it's all the same. You can't take what you want that's not yours. Or it's not freely given. And that included like not just elections and land, but children as sex slaves, lives, like the gun violence, Mother Earth, all of that, is you can't take what's not yours. Thank you.
Wow. Sue, what were you going to say? That was extraordinary.
I was focusing on the police chief who told the SWAT team to stand down, and they stood in front of the grade school somewhere between 10 and 15 minutes. And when the second SWAT team showed up, the local police chief said, stand down, and they blew right by him, went in the school and took out the shooter. Whatever caused that police chief to make the wrong decision and allow the shooter freedom to just continue, that's what I was asking all in the unseen to undo. And I was more centered this morning. At the end of the day, I have a harder time staying centered. And so it was like, okay, I'm distraught over this. So all that are in the unseen, ancient ones, just get all together and do something, do it. It's power over. And that police chief was entrapped. That's entrapment, when he can't do his job and he prevents a specialized team from doing their job. It was just one shooting. So it's not just, that's the tip of the iceberg, and it's power over, but that was the one I focused on. And then all power over, and I'm complete. Harley.
Wow, you guys.
I know. I know.
Absolutely fantastic. So I asked my guides where they wanted to take me, and they wanted to take me to the January 6th hearings, but not to the hearings themselves, to the broadcast information going out. It's the information getting out that's the focus. And I was led to understand that people needed to hear this information. So I went and I was shown people, and they had these big, hard concrete casings around their heads. They were not going to hear it. We're not going to see it. So those were being chipped away at, and the information, truth, not information, truth, was seen as golden and silver threads. I assume there was some information in there, but we're just going to say truth. So there may have been a lot of bullshit there, but I don't think so. And it started dripping through the holes in these concrete casings, but it was as slow as honey. I mean, just really, the job is not getting done in a fast, good way. And then for some reason, and I have never seen this guy on Fox News, I've only seen YouTubes of him, I was taken to Tucker Carlson. You guys know who he is?
I think I do.
He's the Fox News host who spends his time with an expression like, why is that? And he asks the dumbest ass questions, but he is one of the big provenders of misinformation. So I was taken to Tucker Carlson and shown that he needed healing. So I started doing a healing on him. And all of this black shit with wings started flying out of his heart, which is something I have never seen before. Ever, ever, ever. And he was just sitting there with that stupid expression on his face. And I was waiting for something to happen with his mentition. You know, like it isn't just a heart problem. It's also your brain, but nothing happened. So I suggested that he would feel a lot better if he just stopped what he was doing. If he just stopped. And it was as if he had thought of this himself. And he said, you know, yes, I would feel better. But there was no resolution. I have no idea if he's going to do things differently or not. There was no resolution. It's like, yep, I feel better. And that was the end of the journey. Wow. So Tucker Carlson, Jesus Christ. Got to be careful where you go. Tucker Carlson.
Oh, that's incredible. That's incredible. So I was just decided to go wherever. I mean, you know, this is the laser focus thing, right? It's like, let's just pinpoint what we need to do and make shit happen quick, suddenly, now, done, over, done, right? Done. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go to all of them. I'm going to go to all these places. And I was just pulling out outsider energy, sending it back, bringing in the PTO, and, you know, just really basically doing the protocol. But, you know, and then when I came to the gun violence, I was, you know, and it was just like I was picking and pulling and throwing and throwing and picking and pulling and throwing and throwing. And I didn't see like what you guys saw, but what Sue, what both you and Arlie are saying is really interesting, because where you talked about the police officer, Sue, that just was stuck, right? That he was so infiltrated, he couldn't do his job. And so then what came to me was, I was with the gun violence and the people who own these automatic guns that are only meant for killing. It's like, how do we, you know, let's go in and let's remove the outsider energy of the people that own these guns so they won't have to use them. Let's remove the outsider energy from the guns themselves, people that created them, let's remove, but then let's also, and even with the war in the Ukraine, is like do the opposite of what that policeman did, right? Where the outsider energy trapped him and prevented him from doing his job, what if we take the people who are bad and prevent them from doing harm, right? I mean, like literally, and then that's what you brought in, Arlie, with Tucker, is like changing the mind and the makeup of the person who is thought he was meant to do harm and is all of a sudden enlightened and realizes, I need to put this gun down now, right? Or I need to just not do it. I need to change. So to just do the opposite of what happened to that police officer, but do the opposite of like what Arlie worked with Tucker, is just make it so. So I was working on actually doing that. I was working on shifting the mindset. And then I decided to take the take and transform energy and enlighten those that need it. So like the truth, to bring it to the January 6th thing, you know, bring in the take and transform and may the truth be revealed, and to bring it into the minorities and the LGBTQ community and take and transform them, to give them the empowerment and the light and the confidence, and especially Black women, to help them rise, you know, rise, lead. And then I was guided to the states that are so backwards right now with women, and just trying to take and transform the women to have them rise. So kind of doing the opposite. I mean, I was trying to remove the outsider energy, but then bring in the take and transform to actually change the mindset to those who have been so affected by the outsider energy, whether they're bad or whether they're meant to lead. Anyway, so it was really powerful to just be this laser focus and to just bam, 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 because I've sort of been out of it for the last few days, last few weeks, so last month. So this was really powerful, and thank you, everyone. Anything else anyone wants to add?
Very
Let's just keep
powerful.
working on
Thank you.
What, Sue, and then Deborah, what?
Let's just keep working on it, because this is an
Mhm.
ongoing power over problem. And when,
Yeah, there's definitely more than just Tucker. That needs to have their hearts
Yeah.
examined.
Yeah, get their hearts examined. Deborah, what were you gonna say?
Thank you all because today was very powerful. And I knew that I had to miss part of the hearings to be here today, because it's like you have to be there. And I was thinking about the Archbishop of San Antonio, who's very, very powerful when he spoke. He's Mexican by birth, but he was saying over the Uvalde incident that life isn't only at conception. If you're pro-life from life to death. And that means you support the kids, you support non-gun violence, basically, you know, all the things. And then there was another gentleman that was speaking. I don't know if it was the Archbishop or a Baptist minister that was saying, one of the kids came and said, well, we have to pray for the shooter, and we have to pray for the police, and we have to pray for, you know, it's like the same thing. It's like they all need the healing. And so I'm glad that this got to all of them. And that between all of us, we got there.
We sure did. Beautiful.
Thank you all.
I just love your cycle that you created, but Deborah, you know, with the removal and then bringing in through the Lady of Freedom down into the earth and then up, and then just, that was such a powerful visual.
Yeah,
Good.
I believe that Lady of Freedom is known as the goddess Columbia, of which
Nope.
Columbia, DC. No, that's a different thing.
It's the Lady of Freedom.
Really,
And the
I need-
actual, the statue that's on top is a bronze cast of the plaster model. And the plaster model is in the Capitol Rotunda directly below her for everyone to go see. And if you go see her, she will imbue you with all kinds of things. And the Lady of Freedom is the Amaku. Every country has a spiritual guide sort of thing, and she's the one for the United States.
Oh, I had no
And
clue.
what Lorna has said is to clean, the Lady of Freedom said that the United States will not be free until we finished cleaning with the Civil War.
Say that again, till we finish what, the Civil War?
That the United States will not ever truly be free until we finish cleaning or healing from the Civil
Okay.
War.
From the Civil War. Oh, I've heard that. Okay,
Brother against brother, state against state.
yeah.
Well, and January 6th was an attempt at another civil war. So
And we are still in a civil war. I mean, because families are divided. It's really ugly.
Yeah.
Politics has
Yeah.
gotten really, really ugly.
Right.
Well,
and
and
it's
I think-
still, yeah, it's still brother against brother, black against white. I mean, it's all the stuff. And I've been doing Ho'oponopono on this for years, but there's still, you know, it's like with the tag team, we can go faster. But civil wars, but it's, you know, it's there. If you feel so called to do anything.
wow, powerful, you guys. You guys just are incredible. So grateful. So grateful. So glad I showed up.
Always good to see all of you. I'm going to go back and watch the hearings.
Yeah, I'm going to go turn them on. I
Okay.
didn't know they were on now. Okay.
Yeah, I turned off
Here,
my
feel
camera
the
because
power of the group.
yeah.
Bye-bye. Love.
Bye. Thank you.